Good morning. It's Wednesday, March 29th, 2023. I'm John Caro. This is Eric Sapanik, and this is the Gold Spot. Good morning, Eric.
Good morning, sir.
We're going to talk about the petrodollar today.
Yes, we are.
The chickens are coming home to roost. After years of neglect by the U.S. government, they've opened the door for China, and they've walked right through. The attack on the petrodollar is underway. Saudi Arabia, Iran are now agreeing to take payment for their oil in Yuans. What does that mean?
Well, to kind of like bring it back a little bit, I mean, you've probably been hearing us talk about petrodollar if you've been watching the Gold Spot, or if you've known us for a long time, because this is something we've literally been talking about for over 10 years. And to kind of just give a quick synopsis, and I tell everybody, reach out. Happy to give you the report. It will give you a quick history of what we're talking about. But to kind of sum it up, it's like this. After we went off the gold standard, 1971, Nixon took us off that gold standard. We then replaced it when we shook hands with Saudi Arabia and the OPEC nations, guaranteeing them military support and whatever they might need from us. And their exchange would be that they would use nothing but US dollars for exchange of petro. This gave us international seniority when it came to anyone that wanted gas, petro. So that was really how we became a dominant force coming out of the gold standard and going into the fiat money currency system that we have today. We're really kind of backed by oil when you think about it. Well, now with what happened with China coming out and becoming, for the first time, diplomatically powerhouse when it came to a peace agreement between two foes that we have not seen get along in my lifetime, which is Saudi Arabia and Iran. Maybe you can expand on that.
Well, what China is doing is filling a power vacuum. Our approach in world diplomacy has been weak for years, and it's the weakest it's ever been now. There's a lack of will, there's a lack of discipline, there's a lack of imagination, and China has been planning for this for years. And what they've done is they've moved in and they've persuaded long-term enemies, Iran, Saudi Arabia, and China and Russia are getting together because they see that they can break free from the dollar as a reserve currency, and that's what they're after, and we're going to pay the price.
And they're not coming out and just saying it quite yet, but I'm going to come out and say that I don't think it's that far down the road that we do see these nations start talking directly, globally, about no longer using the US dollar as the reserve currency and trying to put something like the Yuan in front of us. And the problem with that is this, very simple. We have a $32 trillion debt. We've created this debt, and just the interest alone is costing us, what, over $1 trillion a year? So when you take something like that and your only way to actually continue your currency is by printing it, because we have to inflate out of it. There's no other way. We know that. We've been talking about that. And we're just trying to, at this point in time, raise interest rates in order to slow down or curb inflation, because even that's become out of control. So with where we're at right now, I think that China, they see a power play. And by going after the same industry that the United States is really poo-pooing right now, being the petro industry, saying, you know, we got to go completely green and we're going to put $50 trillion into our economy to build everything into electric cars, even though we don't even have a power system that can support that type of thing. That's another story altogether. But they see this. And honestly, I think they're helping inspire this. While at the same time, on their other hand, going after those petro nations to make sure that they are all in accordance with each other, giving them a power that we, up to this point in time, have always had a monopoly on, and I believe that monopoly is truly on its way out. And if you could sum it up and close it out for us, John.
I don't think they're inching towards it. They're there. I mean, these deals are out in the open, they're up front, they're current news. The financial media doesn't seem to take it seriously until maybe this week. China is implementing a long-term plan, and they want the yuan to be broken free of the dollar, and they're willing to take the hit, whatever that means, to the U.S. debt that they own. And we're facing a crisis. So pay attention, get hold of us, get hold of the Petrodollar report, and educate yourself.
And I'll be happy to go ahead. We'll flash on the screen our number for texting a request for the report. Just text Petrodollar, and we'll happy to send that out to you. Thank you so very much for joining us. This is going to wrap it up. We're going to be coming into April now. So happy tax season, everybody. Those IRAs and 401ks also. If you guys are looking to make contributions, get a hold of us now. Get a hold of Michelle, and we can get those done for you. Have a great day.